Welcome back, everybody. How we all doing tonight? Another Project Vapor game coming on through, and this time it'll be in the Division 4 of the AEL. PV Black taking on the EU Shadows. And now let me tell you, PV have had a fantastic start right across the divisions 3 to 10. Division 2 hasn't yet started. It will be starting up just after the Christmas break. So, across the divisions that have began, and the 3 games that I have casted via my channel, all 3 games have been won by the Project Vapor organisation. Can they keep it up? Zepp's here, chewing his lips, hoping that a W comes out of this one. We'll get to the maps in just a moment. Abstract here as well. Welcome all, welcome all. Abstract, whilst you are here, can you do the edit command for the game score, please? Obviously, set it to 0-0. So the maps, ladies and gentlemen, as follows. Scar, Colossus. Sorry, Scar, Exposure, Colossus. And then back to Scar for game number 5 if we do go the distance. Scar Hardpoint and Scar S&D. I will talk about that if we do go to that game 5. Scar S&D, I said it yesterday, we had a Scar S&D for PV Passion yesterday, and I said that the offense is rather difficult, but we saw some fantastic moves out of the Division 9 players yesterday to open up the map, to get their team onto one of the bomb sites. It really was impressive what they were doing, so let's see if the Division 4s can show their teamwork off as well. I'll be honest, I don't know much about the EU Shadows squadron. I've not seen them play before. I don't know who plays on the team, so it'll be my first look at them as well. But I do know who plays for the PV Black side, and let me tell you, there are some very, very dangerous people on that team. One of which is Dozer. Very, very scary man with any gun in his hand on any map. He knows what he's doing, and he's a very, very difficult man to contend with. I'm just waiting for a lobby code. Once we have one, we'll get everything ready to go. There we go. It just comes through as I've asked for it. Perfectly timed. Ourselves into the lobby. Any score predictions coming out, you guys, in the chat? Do we think that PV as an org can keep it up? Like I said, we've had a Division 3, a Division 9 game already. Sorry, this will be the 3rd game. They haven't had 3 games on my stream just yet. But this is the third game for PV so far this season. Can they make it 3 in a row? As I said, last night's PV Passion, a 3-0 sweep. It was a very, very close game last night, and I'm expecting another very, very close game today. So, Zepp, Zinzan, Dozer, all absolute slayers. Let's see if they can keep the W's going for the PV side. And the last man, Lewis, has now joined us as well. Over for the EU Shadows. We do have Butterbot, Dozer, Jay, and McCurdy. So Dozer and Dozer are going to get very, very difficult to keep their eyes on, as the names are pretty much identical. But no bother. Up the EU Shadows from Not Kiwi. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. It's always nice to see some of the opposing supporters getting involved in the chat. And game number 1 is about to get underway. Scar hardpoint, ladies and gentlemen, between PV Black and EU Shadows. Hopefully our teams are kind to us and they get their names in the right order. They have indeed. Dozer, Zinzan, Zepp, Lewis for PV Black. As always, we start off with our team on the other side of life, the EU Shadows, who are going to be dressed in red today. And Dozer immediately spotted out by Jay. Opening kill coming in from Lewis. 2 responded to as well. And the opening time on the hard point is all for the EU Shadows. Butterbot being the man holding down that time. A nade coming out of nowhere from McCurdy as well. In round the back from Lewis, but he gets nothing. Dozer making sure to pick him up. Have a fight for the time. Zinzan can't get the double kill. And 20 opening seconds for the EU Shadows. P1 is a fantastic outcome. P1 on any Call of Duty hardpoint map, as we all know, is one that's mainly the most mixy, but to get 25 out of it, nearly 30, and you've already got the roto for P2. Zepp is going to be the man to try and hand that roto over. It's the first couple of points, but the double chow in from Dozer and Butterbot, absolutely fantastic, gets the break in. Butterbot does try and push up, but won't get anything from it. But never mind. Dozer, 4 in a row. Teamwork from the EU Shadows so far. Too much for the PV Black side to contend with. Around the back goes Butterbot. Did damage into one, gets the kill on the second, and 15 seconds remaining, and PV Black really want every bit of it. What do we think about that rotation? Lewis spotted out, 3 players all staring at him as he barrels down the midfield of the map. Shadows, seeming like they have their hardpoint tactics on point. Very quick to push on through and get that rotation for the new hardpoint, but right now Lewis is trying to do his best. He's on 3 in a row. He's got control of the hardpoint. There's a 3 down in the feed for PV Black as they try and tie up the points tally at the top of your screen. 30 seconds to go on P3. I do think we'll already have people thinking about that P4 Roto. Dozer being the first of the bunch, is shot in the back by the respawner, immediately picked up by the man Butterbot as well. Again, EU Shadows looking like they have that rotation for new, locked in, locked down, and it'll be PV Black's job to try and break on in. Here we go with Zep and Zinzan. Zinzan gets a bit of damage into one, but Dozer has found himself away from the fire at the moment. Doesn't need to help out McCurdy, slides out the side door, gets another one. 2 down in the feed, the one remaining man is upstairs, it will be Zep. He will get a kill as well whilst he's waiting for the reinforcements of his side to arrive. He can't really do much more here, apart from wait and hope that his side can find their way in through the back, and here they come. Doz is in. Looking out for McCurdy. I tell you what, McCurdy taking one down with him. Fantastic job there. Jay will opt to play off the time and now be the man waiting for his side. But the difference is 40 points at the moment. There's a good 4 down in the feed for the PV Black side. But again, they are now going to be fighting for that rotation to new. Look at the minimap in the bottom left corner, ladies and gents. The 4 red arrows line up, and McCurdy, sorry, not McCurdy, Dozer will start us off with the first kill in the feed and halt any PV Black attack in its tracks. Trying to find out where the 2 men have gone. Lewis jumps upstairs. He will get one. Zep's now on the attack from the front. He should get a freebie here. Misses a couple of bullets, but gets the job done. Reload, inbound. And upstairs is McCurdy. The jump through the window just about goes in Zep's favour. I don't know how he's managed that. They've got the spawns now as well. Trophy down. Fantastic idea. I'll tell you what, Zep's cooking right now. Let's go. 3 more in the feed for PV Black. And that difference on the scoreboard is really dwindling down as this game carries on. Zep seems to have found a bit of a flow state right now. As we start to look at P1 for the second time, the score difference will be there or there about 20 points. But again, EU Shadows, the first to touch down on the hill, is becoming a common theme throughout this game number 1. Good work from Dozer. Don't do it. Do it to him! Absolutely slaughtered. He's helped out by Jay as well. Dozer versus Dozer, and Dozer comes out on top thanks to the help from his teammate. Beautiful work there. 3 in the feed for the side in red. Last man standing will be Zep. He's 18 and 9 right now. He's absolutely flying for the PV Black side, but just needs to figure out if he can really cause a bit of a madness. Lewis has picked up 2 in the feed. That's a beautiful job from him. Gets the information on the 3rd. A bit of damage goes in, but it looks like Dozer might be the man to come out on top of this. Gets help from his teammate as well, and then he gets another one as well. I'll tell you what, Dozer's having an unbelievable map number 1 for the EU Shadows. Jay isn't looking bad either. Both nearing the minute of hill time. Dozer actually has 1 minute and 10 already. What a game number 1. And that 20-point lead has expanded to 50 points at the almost blink of an eye. PV Black do have 30 seconds to try and fight for here. Jay makes a move up through the midfield P1 area. Shots into Zinzan. Zinzan playing his life perfectly, waiting for Lewis to come to his aid. Perfectly well played teamwork again there. Yeah, Dozer's not going to miss out on that one, is he? He's also now looking for the man who's going to be rotating towards the P3 area. Back down to the 20-point difference. It just feels like EU Shadows have always got themselves in the lead, always got themselves rotated first to new. With the first control of new, you are guaranteed to have yourself in a very good position for the outplay of the rest of the map. P4 is going to be of massive importance to PV Black right now. Zep drops a missile and gets a triple kill from it as well. Unbelievable stuff there from Zep to break the P3 hard point. Thankfully he had the Hellstorm in his back pocket to do the job. Butterbot causing a lot of damage in the back line as well, and with 15 to go, he's already got that roto in for new. The 3 or 4 down in the feed, I believe it was 4 in the end. Sort of delayed 4, if you will. And now a 4v, well, it's going to be a 4v4 very, very quickly as well, because look, Dozer has already made the move, and he's got the first kill as well. Beautiful stuff from Dozer from the EU Shadows side. He's now looking to try and get some help. Lewis will pick him down, pick him off. It'll be Butterbot's job now to try and hold down the time. Can't get any damage into Zep. This is a huge chance for PV Black to see a lead for the first time if they can hang on to this P4 area here. Zep out the window gets an absolute freebie with some back shots. Another one downstairs, won by Zinzan, who's maybe struggling just a touch in this lobby, but we all know Zinzan's capability. Once he gets rocking and rolling, he's truly a demon on the map. Maybe he's just not got that gunny warm and ready just yet. Over on the other side, that man who Zinzan has just killed, McCurdy, is really, really struggling as well. 12 and 21 from him. Is this the time where PV Black can really push the pace? If they win this P5 over, never mind. Beautifully well done by Dozer. Spots his teammate spawning in the back line, looks out the front window, helps Jay with Zep. Jay has won himself 2. Dozer will get the trade as well. 4 in a row for that man as he tried to break over that 200-point barrier. Yeah, Dozer versus Dozer is... I'm going to say it wrong at some point. Just so you're all aware, I'm definitely going to mix those names up at some point. I'm preempting it right now. PV Black back in on the time of P5 before EU Shadows make it over the 200-point barrier. Dozer gets himself another one, but gives himself a stun for good measure. Oh my god, get destroyed, Zep. I'm sorry, you're having an unbelievable game. But Dozer was still on health regen, slams every bullet into your forehead, and we're dead tied even as we go into the round 3 rotations. EU Shadows once again back up first to touchdown on the hard point as they have been all game, giving themselves the massive advantageous position to hopefully go on and win this game and secure it. I tell you, when Zinzan gets going, I said it just a few moments ago, if this is him finding his gunny, it could be a real issue for the EU Shadows as this game goes right to the wire. 4 in the feed at the perfect time for the side in red, and it looks like PV Black are gonna have to get a very swift break. All played perfectly from P2 onwards. Swift breaks in, there's only 10 remaining. The roto to P2 of the utmost importance here. Big kills are about to happen. Dozer is in, and he can't get the kill onto McCurdy. McCurdy, I did criticise him a few moments ago for having a bit of a slow game, but he's just got 2 absolutely massive kills for the EU Shadows side. He now jumps on the hard point, and he might close out the game with it. .240 points, 10 to go. Dozer's trying to make his way in, but trade for trade is only going to benefit the EU Shadows. Still, McCurdy is alive. Butterbot gets 2 to close it out, and EU Shadows, in my opinion, definitely deserved the victory in game number 1. Like I said, they were always the team rotating quickly to the new hill. Dozer has just got nuclear for his side, as you are about to see here. 4,300 damage near enough. Call it 40 kills near enough as well. My oh my. What a game number one from Dozer. And like I said, McCurdy was a bit slow to the punch, but when it mattered most, he locked in, he got a double kill, and then he jumped on the point and he was there for the rest of the game, and that was the game over. Very well played. Dozer, definitely the best player in map number one. We'll be keeping our eyes on him. So, we'll head back to the map screen and confirm the victory for the EU Shadows. A very, very good win for them in game number one. PV Black were definitely in contention and had a chance to close that game out for a victory for themselves, but it just felt like their rotations to the new hardpoints were always beaten by the EU Shadows side. They just had that rotation locked in every single time. It was so good. You've got to commend them for it. And in my opinion, that has been the reason that they have won this game, along with Dozer's absolute slaying credibility as well. And there we go. The EU Shadows, for anyone who aren't aware, I did ask very politely for a team logo. I don't know if there is one. I looked all the way through the AEL for a team logo and I didn't find one, so I've quickly snapped up a picture of Google. I hope you don't mind. So, after seeing game number one roll out, I feel like there's a definite chance for this series to go the distance. Like game 5 could be looming large. Game 1 was very, very close. As I've previously stated, I just believe it was the fundamentals crossed with the power of Dozer himself that really pushed EU Shadows through to their victory, and very well played indeed. We'll see how much teamwork matters as we enter game number 2, where we look at Search and Destroy, where one life matters all. First Bloods are going to prove huge for whoever can pick them up. Numbers really do make a difference, but we've seen some crazy moments on this stream before. That's not to say that we won't get some in game 2 here, but PV Black definitely, in my opinion, need a response here and need to tie up the series 1-1, and they don't want to go into overload, the new game mode, 2 games down, maybe slightly deflated from losing 2 maps in a row. If they can bounce back here and get the second map in their back pockets and tie up the series, who knows where we will go from there. I've got to say that Zepp looked fantastic in game number 1. Zinzan started off a little bit slow, was definitely cooking towards the latter stages of the game. Lewis was very, very comfortable all the way through, as was Dozer. I really feel like Zepp was the driving force for the PV side, though. Tul's coming in with the score prediction already. I love to see that. S&D will be 6-2 to PV. Well, I'd like to think so. I would like to think so. Thank you for anyone who has followed. Working our way towards the 1,000 follower mark. If you haven't, please do. There'll be plenty more coming from this channel with regards to Call of Duty content, and maybe other stuff as well, but predominantly the Call of Duty stuff. Will be the first exposure S&D I've had of the new season as well, so it'll be a good look at that. Seen a few exposure overloads played by other squads and streamed by other people, but I've never had that one myself either. We've had Den quite a lot. Colossus Hardpoint game number 4. I do hope we get to see that map at the bare minimum. Colossus Hardpoint is the skyline of Black Ops 6. It's absolute carnage. It's full chaos from beginning to end. Game number 2, ladies and genitals, is about to get underway. Exposure, search and destroy. And it's PV who find themselves behind after game number 1. Let's get to it. Got Mazza saying Butter is gonna go big and not Kiwi is joining him. And I'll tell you what, how about that? Butterbot is the man who we've spawned in on, so we'll leave it at that. Tul's letting everyone know in the chat that the best game mode in PV Black will be the search and destroy, so let's find out. Already, Zepp's moving on through. Butterbot has the sort of zigzag area locked in and locked down. In through the top window. Dead goes Dozer. I tried to click his camera, but he died too quickly. Zepp will get one in response, but Butterbot is there with the double. And there you go. Mazza and not Kiwi saying that Butterbot's going to be the man, and there you have it. 3 in the first round. Will he go for the ace? His teammates might let him go cooking here. The last man standing for PV Black will be Zinzan. Will Butterbot be the man to find him? Oh, here we go. Come on, get the ace in round 1. He spots him out. No child coming back from Zinzan. He knows not to play the game. Butterbot on absolute fire now, but Zinzan puts an end to that one. Can he get the bomb down? 20 seconds or so to play with. We've had an amazing start from Butterbot, but will we see something even more incredible from the man Zinzan? Oh, he's gone for the roto over to B. And both members of EU Shadows are waiting for him. He drops down and he won't get anyone. Unfortunate for Zinzan there. If he'd just gone to the A bomb, he'd have gotten away with the bomb down, but unfortunately, he chose the wrong bomb site to go and challenge. There you go. Dozer and Jay making sure to get the job done that Butterbot started. Round number 1. Oh, okay. Okay, we're on a Dozer POV right now, ladies and gents. The sniper's out. For anyone who is unaware, you do get 2 lives. And by 2 lives, if Dozer doesn't die this round, he's still on his first life. Here we go! A lot of damage in. Nearly hits the quick scope. It wasn't far away as he climbed up onto the solar area. Obviously now the PV Black side should have the information that the sniper rifle is in play from the side in red, and have a bit of that! A 50 cal to the mush. Absolutely puts Zepp away. Zinzan will pick up one. He knows there's another underneath him chasing his play around the back line. Doesn't quite pick him off either. I'll tell you what, Doz has made a beautiful play through the midfield, but he's only managed to pick up one. Butterbot and Jay taking on Zinzan and Lewis for the final remainder of the game, and Butterbot doesn't see the man in the corner, and somehow Jay has managed to get the trade. Jay looks the wrong way for justice. I tell you what, if he'd hard-ironed the back spawn there, he may have picked up the kill. PV Black ties up 1-1. We could go right to the wire here, like we did in game 1. 250 to 211 or 215, something along those lines. We could see round 11 here. Calling it this early. McCurdy earns himself the duck, as he's the last man in the lobby to get off it. Let's see if he can do something for his side here. He's going to try and lock down. I'll tell you what, he's done it again, hasn't he? We're missing out. We're missing out! Dozer gets himself another pick with the sniper rifle in hand. Zepp will be the man with the sniper. I tell you what, he's got both guns to his availability right now. Oh, very, very close, but no cigar. Lewis has made a bit of a play up past the P2 tank area. He's maybe waiting for someone from the EU Shadows to overstep their mark, but they're giving the PV Black side absolutely nothing. Dozer picks up another one with the sniper rifle. He's picking everybody off from the PV Black side from absolute Narnia. Has he just spotted out Lewis as well? The information will be in. Has Lewis managed to get away? Dozer goes in, gets the job done with Jay, and the last man standing again will be Zinzan, who's 4-on-1 right now. He's really stepping up to the mark. Oh, we didn't see him in the corner. Round over, EU Shadows retake the lead once again. And Dozer still has a sniper rifle to play with. Dozer's now on the sniper. Oh no, no he's not. It's coming. Ooh, that was close. I'll tell you what, Dozer seems like he's a bit of a menace with the sniper rifle in his hands. Butterbot gets out alive somehow, thanks to the smoke grenade that's been laid down in the midfield. Still hasn't fully regen, but Lewis has now been picked off by Jay on the outer P2 area. And again, that first blood going the way of the EU Shadow Squadron. Zinzan will get one, manages to get away as well, levels up the playing field, but Butterbot, then Zepp, now we're down to a 2v2. Dozer and Zepp taking on Butterbot, who has the bomb in hand as well. I tell you what, that's going to be a bad move. Yeah, you see that coming a mile away. Unfortunately now, Dozer left as a one-man army against the two men of the EU Shadows, and Butterbot, who's on 7 kills after just 3. Well, this is round number 4, of course. He's got 7 kills to his name. How's this timing? How's this timing? You've spotted him out. An absolute freebie. Can he get away? He can't. The trade comes in, and EU Shadows extend their lead to 3-1. Huge trade coming in from Jay there. Dozer nearly got the job done. And we've lagged out. Back in 2 moments. So guys, I've managed to join back in the game, but I am on, so we may get booted. try and get the internet issues sorted. We're also going to be just on a spectator view because it won't let me jump back in the codcaster. So, hopefully we'll be able to... Wow, I don't know how this... Anybody ever seen this one before? Apparently the score's 1,075 as well. Oh man, here we go. Right, back in a second. I do apologise, I don't know how that's happened. It's let me back in Codcaster this time, hopefully. Back! Never mind. Our level fast... I don't even know what that means. Aborting connection. Great. Great. Hopefully this one works. Right, we're back in. Thank the Lord. I don't know what the score's going to be. Have PV Black managed to tie us up? It's another close one. It's back to 3-2 now, so PV Black have got themselves around whilst we've been gone. Zinzan's now 7-4, but again, he's the last man standing for PV Black. EU Shadows have Dozer and Butterbot, who's got 10 kills and 3 in a row, and that's the end of that one. Yeah, Noki, I've never seen that before. I just joined the lobby, and it's... I don't even know where I was. That was like some... zombies arena or something, I don't know. But we're back now. Hopefully we have no more issues for the rest of the stream. I do apologise to you all out there in the chat. Hope you've had a good giggle at my expense, but poor old McCurdy is really in the backpack of the rest of his side right now. He's only got 1 kill to his name. Maybe his stats will say a bit of a different story at the end of the game when we get there, but 1-6 right now definitely isn't what you want to see for anyone that you're supporting. Hopefully he can pick up the pace, and maybe if he does, EU Shadows might close this out in style as well. 4-2 is the scoreline at present. Big kill coming in from Zep to get the opening first blood. For the first time in what feels like forever, PV have themselves a first blood on the map. Obviously, I know we've missed a round or two. Lewis might get an absolute freebie here. Does indeed. Then it'll be a 3 versus 1 scenario for the man that's only got 1 kill so far, and he can't get himself another before he's felled. PV Black, keep it close, 4-3. Tell you what, it's a good job McCurdy's got 1, isn't it? It's a good job he's got 1. I mean, he had no chance at the end of that round there. He was all on his own. He had 3 PV Black members to contend. He wasn't really supposed to be able... You know, if he'd done something, it'd have been absolutely world-beaten. So we can't really give him any discredit for the last round. But he's definitely the one that's lacking on his side in the kills department. Zep takes up the heady on the opposite side of the solar area. Is this going to be a bit of a B bait from the EU Shadows and a wrap back to A to get the bomb down once they've forced the PV Black side to move over, or they hard force their way through to the B objective? Oh no, Zep solo chows into 3 men of the EU Shadows and gets absolutely destroyed. And again, the EU Shadows making sure that they have the numbers advantage. Lewis doesn't know where to look. The man's chasing him. Does decide to drop that down. Zinzan has managed to get another kill. He'll get another one, but he's immediately traded out by Dozer. And all the trades come in, and it's that man, McCurdy, who I've said is struggling in the kills department, but look what happens when he gets one. It's one of the most important kills of the whole game. He's 2 and 7, and this kill here gives his side match point before PV Black tie up the game. Massive, massive moment for him there. Again, he's done that twice, by the way, now, McCurdy. At the end of game number 1, he got a huge double kill, which basically closed out the game for his side, albeit the efforts of Dozer and Butterbot. If PV Black had got onto that last objective in game number 1, the last hard point, they could have won that game. And McCurdy, sorry, I called him McBirdie. Maybe we're going to have to get him a name change. But now, he's the man to get his side to match point in game number 2 before a series is tied, before the game's tied up as well. Big, big moments like that don't go unnoticed here. Did manage to get the opening pick for his side this round as well. Now he's spotted out Zep! Almost takes his head home on a stick. Spots out the next man. What is going on here? Lewis didn't challenge him, manages to stay alive. The kills come on through. Dozer will get traded out by Lewis as well. Jay will get himself one. And now we're down to a 1v1 between Jay and Lewis. And Lewis doesn't own the bomb. Jay doesn't even... Jay's caught with his pants down. I don't know what he was doing there, having a dance around in his back spawn, but he hasn't even got his gun in his hands. Is he holding a nade or his knife? If he's holding a nade, I can understand it. But it looked criminal from the POV of PV Black, who are now on a knife's edge of taking us to round 11, and I do think if we get there, the momentum favours the PV Black side, and it's all because... Was that an ace as well? Have I just missed an ace from Lewis? Surely it wasn't. He is on 4 in a row, however, which is a massive advantage for his side. If I have missed an ace for Lewis amidst the chaos, I do apologise, but he's on 4 in a row. He's had a fantastic round in clutching out, and this time Zinzan and PV Black do get themselves the first blood, and I say that this makes the difference for the teams. Johan. He means that as well. For anyone in the chat who doesn't quite know Johan, he genuinely means that. That is full spoken truth from the man right there. McCurdy gets a little bit of damage and some vital information into the man upstairs. Downstairs comes a big gunfight though. Butterbot, I've clicked the wrong camera. He gets himself a second by the time I do get to him. I do apologise, Butterbot. He's going to get out with his life as well. Zepp and Lewis, the last two remaining, and 3v2 scenario for EU Shadows to close out the game. Oh my god, the read from Butterbot is absurd. 15 for the game. Gets the last as well. Butterbot's on fire. Who called it? Kiwi, and I'm sorry, I forgot who you were in the chat, but 2 people told us that Butterbot was going to go massive, and Butterbot has done exactly that. 16 kills. I mean, Dozer's put in a monumental amount of force as well. Zinzan has done a very, very good job along with Lewis. Zepp and McCurdy really, really struggling there in game number 2. Mazza, that was it. It was Mazza. I do apologise, Mazza. But Butterbot, the prediction, the spoken one, has come to fruition for the EU Shadows. He absolutely decimated the PV Black side in terms of the slaying department in that game number 2. Fantastic stuff from him there. Again, another big moment when it was necessary from McCurdy. He might not be all there in terms of outslaying everybody, but when it matters, he seems to just have a moment that really, really solidifies a W for his side. So very well played. You've got to give him the credit for it, is what I'm saying, because it's very easy to beat yourself up when you've not got more kills than other people, or you're negative, or you've only got one kill in a search and destroy, or you've got none. But to then make sure you ice out a very important moment, very well done. Yeah, Dozer on BO6 was a different beast, man. A different beast. He really was good. But I've got to give the credit to the EU Shadows side here. All four of them have had their moments. You know, Dozer in games 1 and 2 has been absolutely incredible. Butterbot in game 2 was absurdly good in the stain department. McCurdy has had his two big moments that have really solidified the W's for his side. And Jay has been ever so consistent all game long. So, game number 3 will be on the horizon, and the EU Shadows in a fantastic position to potentially take down the PV Black side without a single loss. Do you think they have the momentum to go ahead and do it now? 2 games in the back pocket, 2 good wins, 2 very hard fought wins, with PV Black fighting tooth and nail to come back all the way along in both games. But it just feels like PV Black are always fighting from a losing position, and the EU Shadows are just one step ahead. Let's see if a turnaround, a reverse sweep. It's been a while since we've had a reverse sweep on the channel. I'd love to see one now. My oh my, would that change the dynamic. But it all starts with Overload on exposure in game number 3. And if PV Black can get that one in the bag, Colossus Hardpoint is anybody's game. We all know that's the 50-50 map. It's the bang out map. We want to see it. So we're dying for a PV Black win here in game number 3, so that we can get to that Colossus Hardpoint in game 4. So, whilst we are waiting for the third game to grace us with its presence, I am just going to mute for a couple of moments, grab myself a quick drink. I suggest that anybody in the chat do so yourselves, and I'll be back in just a moment when the game's about to get underway. See you all in a minute. Right, we're back in time, thank God for that. Just about managed to get myself a drink. Hope everybody else has, and we're back, ready and waiting. Game number 3 is underway, and the EU Shadows have a 2-0 lead. Can they close it out here and now? Let's find out. We have had a team switch as well, which I wasn't aware of, but we'll have to work with it. So please be aware that the PV Black and the EU Shadows at the top of the screen should be the other way round, and opening us up will be the PV Black side. They will be the first to gain control of the football, if that's what you want to call it, the EMP device, whatever it may be. The objective which you need to put in the capture zone. Is that a smoke been thrown? Are you allowed to throw smokes? I'm sure it's just an accident. I don't know if smokes are allowed in... I know they're allowed in Search and Destroy, but I don't think they are in Overload. 3 down in the feed for the EU Shadows as they try and progress their way on through. Butterbot just about punches Dodge. Takes the bomb and he's now going to make a charge through the midfield of the map, but he can't really go anywhere. All his teammates are dying around him. Dozer tries to pick up the bomb, but he gets dropped. Zinzan finds himself a nasty little corner, and McCurdy can't pick him off. The trade comes in immediately from Jay, though. Still, Device just in the midfield. A big stalemate right now. There we go. A GA break has indeed been confirmed by Johan. Thanks for letting us know. I couldn't remember whether it was allowed to have one or not in this game mode. The newest game mode of them all, I didn't think it was. Search and Destroy only. Keep moving. Jay picked off at ease by Zinzan, who's had a fantastic start. He's got the bomb in hand, but can't get the pistol to land. Zep can't do the job either. And the 4 men of the EU Shadows will be able to break out and make haste down towards the tank area. Butterbot goes absolutely legging it. He's like Mo Farah right now. Look at him go. He's keeping on going and he takes it the last hurdle. He's dropped. So's McCurdy as well. He tries to drag it over the line, but they can't quite get the job done. Dozer will pick it up and finish off what was started. 1-0 to the EU Shadows again. Please be reminded that the team names at the top of the screen are the wrong way round. But it matters not. EU Shadows have found themselves a 1-goal lead. And again, Dozer is getting a free sprint, and how about that? John Wick's the last man as he's trying to get the ball over the line. In goes Butterbot, he's dropped at ease by Zep. PB Black looking to find some room to try and breathe here, but they can't do it. Trade comes out, Zep gets himself 2, 4 in a row right now. Makes it 5 as well. Huge moment from Zep here to give PB Black that much needed breathing room. They are going to have to get another wave of kills here before they'll be able to get this EMP device or football over the line. I really don't know what people prefer it to be called, I'll be honest. A couple more kills go in the way, but then the response from Butterbot is in. Zinzan will pick him off. And the device will be dropped bang in the midfield once again. You see those 4 now black arrows, but what should be red, surrounding the device. Zep gets himself another one. Zep and Zinzan looking fantastic here. Dozer's having a bit of a troubled start. Zep on the overhead, trying to find out Butterbot. Butterbot's running for his life, and Zep will have to back down. Hopefully Zep and Zinzan looking fantastic together here. Last man standing will be Dozer. He tries to get a free fire in, but everyone's surrounding him from the PV Black side, and now they can try and make a charge down towards that B objective. Zep lying in wait. Zep will get one. This is a big chance to tie up the game, but again, it's McCurdy with that huge moment. Jay's having a stinker, 3 and 11, but McCurdy having massive moments for his side once again to stop this game being tied up. I do believe with the possession of the device, is that just a free run? Dozer got a free run. Oh my god, he has. Nobody picks him up, but we go into half-time at 1-1. The massive moment from McCurdy's useless now. Nobody watching the B side. I mean, someone got a couple of bullets into the scoring partner of PB Black, but he basically just ran up the right side of the map completely for free. All tied up with a bit of madness at the half-time interval, but my oh my, this is anybody's game in Game 3 now. I thought McCurdy's moment really sealed the deal for his side at the half-time mark, but it didn't get there. It will be the man Dozer who's struggled in terms of kills, but in terms of the scoreline that matters, he's the one who's made a difference for the PV side. Right at the death as well. Butterbot in, picks up one, there's a 3 in the feed. And there's the last man down as well. Can PV Black now make a route? Zep, knowingly, has a man lying in wait, pulls the pistol and absolutely slams Butterbot with it as well. Beautiful work out of Zep there, gets himself another, all whilst holding the bomb as well, or the EMP device, the football, I don't know what I meant to call it. Beautiful work out of Zep, looking like John Wick right now. He is again isolated and on his own. He's got Dozer in support now. He does pick up 1 kill. He's trying to work his way through the zigzag area, and along comes McCurdy. Gets himself 1, makes the bomb get dropped. Dozer, sorry. That's it, there you go. I told you I'd do it at one point. Yeah, Mazza Kiwi getting the comments in about the end of that pre-half-time mix-up, let's call it, for the Shadows, but thankfully they're in a fantastic position to see out the rest of this game, regardless of what happened. Jay's 4 and 50 now, really having a troubled time here. PV Black get a couple of kills in the feed and make haste towards the B objective. Zep finishes the man off and gets a goal in for the PV Black side. They take the lead. Pulls the pistol back out. Oh my god, he gets another one. Zep, put the SMG down, mate. Just use the pistol. Zep and Dozer doing some beautiful work here. They have got another wave of the EU Shadows squad to try and now deal with. Can they get the job done again and really solidify this lead that they've worked for themselves? The answer to that is absolutely not, and Jay's found his trigger finger, picks himself up a couple of vital kills there. Mazza says he's cursed Jay. There's still 2.5 minutes for Jay to really put some pressure on to the PV Black side. Well, I'll tell you what, he's lucky that Dozer was there to pick up the second man for him. Again! What am I... Oh my god, Dozer. Well, it just goes to show that no matter what's happening, the slight lapse in concentration from any side, it's the same thing that happened just before the half-time mark. It's extraordinary. Nobody's watching that far right B lane, and people are just running down it for 3. It's incredible. Jay gets another double kill in the feed. Zep makes it 5, makes it 6 as well before being dropped by Butterbot. Go, another big moment, another 2 in the feed for Jay, who's definitely finding his feet here. He had a very troubled start. I think he was like 4 and 17 to now be 12 and 20. Fantastic response from the man mid-game. Very, very well done. You've got to commend him for that. Rough starts normally finish with a very torrid time throughout to turn it around mid-game. Got to commend that. Zep's got 30 kills. And it's looking fantastic right now. Lewis and Zinzan will help Zep out in the kills department. Lewis gets himself another one, is then traded out. But there is a 3 versus 2 scenario. The goal goes in. Very, very easily once again. Oh! Get slammed. 3-2 as there's 15 seconds to go. PV Black seem to just get a couple of kills in the feed and slip down the right-hand side of the map. It always seems to be the right-hand side of the map that's favoured for the offensive side. I don't know why. And without the bomb being held, that will be that. And PV Black manage somehow to keep themselves in this series. And is this the start of something special? Zepp's gone absolutely nuclear throughout game number 3. 31-13 from him. And the 3 overloads, one from Dozer, one from Zepp, one from Lewis right at the end there, gets them over the line. It's a crazy, crazy game mode, this overload. I'm still getting used to it. I'm not going to lie to you all. It's very hard to keep up with absolute carnage. Hey, Zepp, you were cooking, man. You were cooking. Very, very well played. 31-13 at the end of playing game number 3. Really, really was the driving force for his side. Hold up a minute. Wait, what? Overload is crazy, Mazza, yeah. Sorry, I've just seen the comments in the chat about the potential GA'd pistol. You'll have to sort of let me know what's going on. It seems like Game 4 is about to begin and there's no contention from the players. So, we're going to run with it. I don't know about the exact pistol attachments or if Zepp was using any pistol attachments. I don't know exactly what the GAs are. Oh, here we go. We've got a draw. So, I don't know what is going to come of this. Obviously, there may be a moment whilst we wait for some admins to get involved and give us a decision. I'm not really sure. So, somebody needs to let me know. Had extended mag. So yeah, obviously you're all aware that we may be waiting around for a minute or two to get this scenario sorted, and once the outcome has been clearly made to myself, I will make it clear to you all in the chat as well. Thank you all for following and all the rest of it. Whoever, see that BB Harry has just followed. If there are some others, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't followed, please do. Again, we are having a bit of a cinematic moment with GAs and rules and things like that, but once we get to the bottom of it, we will keep you all updated. Renzo, I want that in the rules. I want that in the rules. I want that in the rules. If someone 3 pumps you, just pull a rocket launcher. I'd love to see that. That'd be comical. I respect it. So, Mazza has followed as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I am gonna just send us to the Be Right Back screen. In fact, we've got to update the maps because we don't know what's gone on. So the Be Right Back screen. So let's see what the outcome is from this, and I'll be back in just a few moments, guys. Again, apologies for the delay, but these things happen and have to be sorted out properly by the admins, and once the admins have given us an answer, I will update everybody. Or if one of the org owners in the chat can update the chat as well once it happens, they may be quicker to the punch than I am. I am just the caster after all. But we'll get to the nitty gritty of it, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Oh, it looks like we're going straight into map number 4. I don't have a direct outcome of exactly what has happened. Oh, it just is. We're just going to carry on playing. So, the pistol attachments and all the rest of it are now forgotten. The score will be 2-1 in favour of the EU Shadows side. Again, we've got the scoreboard issue at the top. But we are moving on into game number 4. Never mind, we've got a draw. So hopefully we can swap the teams around. In between the game. 2 seconds. Oh man. Start. Hey, Barnsey, in with the prime sub as well. 11 months in a row. Let me tell the guys a second. Oh, it won't let me. Oh, it won't let me change them. Doesn't matter. So game number 4, Colossus Hardpoint, will be getting underway right now. You see all in the chat for any confusion that has happened, but game number 3 has been won by PV Black. So we're moving on here into game number 4, which is going to be Colossus Hardpoint. And I am going to apologise once again. The teams at the top of the screen are incorrect. I couldn't get into the Codcaster settings to change them, so we're going to roll with it. We know who's who by now anyway, so it's not that much of an issue. In red will be the PV Black side, and how about that for a start? 3 in the feed. McCurdy will find himself on the zone all alone. And he can't really do a lot about it either. How about this pickup from Zinzan? The timing from Zinzan there. Spots out McCurdy, but he's going to take the shots to the backside. Dozer, who's been the absolute demon all series long. He's been frying, and just look at that. Dozer's got an absolute gunny in his back pocket. It's disgusting. Here we go again. Get yourself another one. Go on, son. Maybe a slight touch of an overheat with no real chance there. 10 HP. He was never really going to come out the top of that one. I'd have been astonished if he had. First look over towards the P2 area right now, and it's Dozer and Lewis who team up for 3 in the feed to keep the black side in and around the area. And that's not before the duo of Dozer and Butterbot flying on through. How's Dozer been allowed to win that fight? I'll never know. And just like that, the break comes in from the EU Shadows. Fantastic work. 4 men to headbutt the front, and already one has been dropped. Jay picking up the first man. Dozer gets the second and the third. Go on, get yourself another one. Why not? The potential of the other one. There it is. 5 in a row. 10 and 2 for Dozer. And I tell you what, if the EU Shadows win this game, he's got to be the pick for man of the match unless something absolutely unbelievable happens. Make it 7, Dozer. Keep it running. Get them double-digit kill streaks. I want to see him cook. 12 and 2 to start this game off for his side. Been the difference maker all series long, and he's really imposing his name in this game number 3 already. Oh my, how's he killed him? Makes it 9 before he's finally finished off as well. Dozer starts a party up in game number 3 for the EU Shadows. That's absolutely absurd work from the man. He's back again already. I'm not getting off the POV. We want to see more. Let's go. 2 HP and he's still challenging people. What is this? It's got me on the edge of my seat, ladies and gents. I'm loving this gameplay from Dozer right now. 16 and 3. We now look at the monumental P4 hardpoint. There are 3 red men waiting for the PV Black side. And just like that, the whole of the EU sides shut down. 4 in the feed. Immediately with 2 more followed up by Lewis before he's traded. Fantastic work from Lewis on the opening salvo of P4 here. Dozer goes upstairs into P1, will pick up 1 kill. Lewis comes and joins him. Between the pair of them, they absolutely decimate the EU Shadows side. EU Shadows have movement in through the back line. Lewis gets a bit of damage into 1, but can't get the job done with 15 seconds remaining. They find themselves in on the hard point. McCurdy's 2 and 8, really struggling in the kills department again. When are we going to see his big moment erupt for the Shadows squadron? We'll find out at the end of the game, I'm sure. Dozer dropping a 50 may happen. I've got to say it. Dozer will get 1 on the outside. He's now on 4 in a row and trying to keep PV Black rocking and rolling. PV Black, for the most part, have looked fantastic on P1. And there you go, Dozer makes it 6 in a row. Can he beat the 9-kill streak of Dozer? No, he can't. Butterbottle put an end to that one. PV Black might just find themselves with a lead here. The respawns of the Shadows squad as well. This is beautiful work out of PV Black right now. But again, it's that man Dozer alive and kicking. He's in the back spawn. He's fighting for it, for his side. Oh, I tell you what, fantastic work from Zep there. He will be dropped. McCurdy in the back line, getting kills where it matters most. I tell you what. Oh, he can't get this next one. Oh my god, Dozer! How has Dozer been allowed to turn and burn the second man like that? I'll never know. That was absolutely criminal. He gets himself a third as well. He's now down to his pistol only. He's trying to get a reload off. He has got some help in the way of Zinzan. Now another man's arrived as well. 3 in a row for Dozer. He doesn't even need to get any more because Lewis, Zinzan, Zep, all one each in the feed, get the job done. And now PV Black, for the first time, have a good lead against the EU Shadows. This final 20 may just all be soaked up by Jay. As we look towards the new area, it will be Lewis who's trying to get the initial damage in, but unfortunately the SMG at that range really isn't quite as easy as it would be. But McCurdy can't get any damage in at all onto Zep. Well, gets a couple of bullets, but Zep evaporates him off the map. Dozer, I mean, he's just the man right now, isn't he? Let's be honest. Can't quite get the second, but 24 and 14. PV Black keeping themselves in and upon this capture zone. We can see a wide wrap being now taken by Jay. Can he win this side of the minimap over? No, he can't. He's absolutely flattened in the back line. Bloodspot will be the next man in. Final 15 will keep this game very, very close. Dozer lying in wait. Has the 2 men challenge him, but the double on the way through. Butterbot manages to pick up the kill. That's a huge moment for the EU Shadows. As they get the immediate break, they haven't quite yet spotted out Zinzan, who's still alive and kicking in the back spawn. This may be a bit of a game changer here for the PV Black side. If Zinzan can stay alive and not get found out here, here comes the onslaught. There you go, beautiful double chals in, but already the help's arrived in Zep. On the arrival to help him out, and he'll get another one. Zep's on a bit of a mad one here for the PV Black side today. He's definitely been, what I've said, the driving force for the team all series long. Can he push them to game 5 here? Goes through, damage into 1, Lewis at the ready. Lewis gets a second, and a third. Big moment from Lewis there on P4. Still the EU Shadows get the final few seconds, and look at the score at the top of the screen. We're going right to the wire here on Hardpoint once again between these two sides. Butterbot gets 2, go on, get a third as well. Big moment from Butterbot as EU Shadows retake the lead, albeit by just a few points. They can soak up a good amount of hill time here. Curdy just struggling in that slaying department today. But thankfully he's got Butterbot and Dozer, who are not struggling whatsoever in the shooting department. Look at him go! Another big double as Dozer dances and jumps around P1 and takes his side over the 200 point barrier. McCurdy and Jay were trying to hold down the rotations for New, but unfortunately they couldn't do it. Butterbot's found himself in a lovely position here. Picks up 1, tries to get a free fire into the second. The double shell comes in, and PV Black get the job done very, very nicely indeed. Huge hill this. Dozer! Oh! Ho, ho. Dozer Wick comes on in and keeps his side in on the capture zone. Zinzan's got the back spawns locked down. There's a bit of a weird split spawn coming on through. Dozer and Zinzan try and get it done. Dozer picks up his 30th kill of the lobby. He's now leading in terms of the slaying department. 31 comes on through as well. 20 seconds remaining. PV Black might have the lead, or should have the lead as we rotate over towards the P3 area, but P3 seems to be Dozer's realm. Can somebody stop him? Here he is. He's already lying in wait for the onslaught of PV Black players to come flying on through. Here they come. Nade goes in, high blast, bit of damage happens. The bait and switch coming in. Dozer gets himself a kill. McCurdy gets a big one on the outside as well. Can he get another one? Doesn't need to. Him and Jay team up to take Zep's head off. McCurdy reads the next spawn, gets a bit of damage in. The bait and switch coming for the PV side now. Dozer will get one. That timing from Dozer is absolutely beautiful. In through the back line already is Butterbot though, and it may not matter. 10 seconds remain, 15 seconds of hill time on P3, and it might be closed out here. Especially with moments like that from Butterbot. If he'd managed to pick the double up, it would have been game, set, match. Indeed it is. The EU Shadows close it out. All series long, both teams have gone at it tooth and nail. They've been ever so close in every single game. But Dozer, the man of the hour, he's too sweet to be sour. There's that disgusting 180 turn and burn from Dozer. But it is the Dozer impersonator, Dozer, on the other side of the EU Shadows, who's going to take himself an MVP today from myself. There is no shadow of a doubt who deserves it. Look at the damage output, the slaying department. He's also got nearly 2 minutes of hill time. Dozer has been the man today. Very, very well played. A very exciting series with about everything that could possibly go wrong in it. But we all had fun. And I appreciate everyone being here. And as I say, Dozer, one more mention. That was phenomenal stuff from that man today. The MVP of the series by a landslide. Zep for the PV Black side was definitely doing his business. Dozer had a fantastic game number 4, but albeit close games, they couldn't quite get those W's over the line. Hopefully they can rejig it, bring it back, and get a W in the next one. That'll be all from me tonight, guys. I'm going to find somebody to raid, so please stick around, and whoever I do raid, make sure you go and show them some love. And I'll see you all very soon. Thanks for getting involved. Thanks to the EU Shadows for coming and making the chat a bit of fun as well. Very well played. See you soon.